was done 2 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan as a Navy pilot, was awarded 3 air medals and an award for superior airmanship as well. She transitioned years ago and has since been promoted with merit. She's also the president of Sparta, which is an advocacy organization made of transgender troops. And I want to thank you so much for being here. Just this order that came out, and we finally got to read the text of it this morning. You have almost 2 decades in your naval career. What is your view of this?
Well, it hit me kind of hard. You know, I've dedicated about 19 and a half years of service. It was my dream to join and fly for the Navy since I was little. I did the 2 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, 60 combat missions. I got a lot of value at it and a lot of self-identity out of it. Later, I went on to be a test pilot and then the meritorious promotions. I have been at the pinnacle of naval aviation. I think I'm proof standing here that, you know, we are qualified to serve.
And when you see this and the language of it, I was reading through this because the congressman and I were kind of going back and forth on this last night, and it says that, quote, an adoption of a gender identity inconsistent with an individual's sex conflicts with a soldier's commitment to an honorable, truthful, and disciplined lifestyle, even in one's personal life. What is it like for you to hear those words?
First off, all I want to do is keep serving. You know, I've done that almost 20 years. I want to keep going. I have no desire to get out. And the feedback that I've had from prior to transition to after is that it's made me actually a better leader, able to connect with my people more and in a more authentic way, because I can meet them wherever they are.
And so when you hear this idea that because you've gone through that you are not fit to serve, as the congressman was stating, saying that you wouldn't be able to be up to the standards. I mean, you know what the standards are and what those requirements are and what that requires from you. What is your response to that?
Yeah, Caitlin, there's a lot of disinformation out there and a lot of talking points on it, but I'm one of the first naval aviators to regain my flight clearance post-transition. And what that means is the Navy was relatively medically conservative. I'm going to go fly a $100 million aircraft, the F-18, like you saw in Top Gun 2. So they ran me through every psychological evaluation, every physical evaluation they could think of. And at the end of the day, there was no reason to keep me out of the cockpit. You see this with all of the troops that are deployed across the world today, already embedded in combat units. We have lawyers, doctors, special forces, rangers, and they're all there today. If we yank them out, it leaves critical holes that are going to take decades to fill.
So we dug in on this with the congressman. I want you to listen to what he said about that exactly and the test that you do go through.
I know what war is like, and I know what it takes to deploy. I was not allowed to deploy for vision issues. Now, what if you need to be on a bunch of medications and your entire body has been changed radically into another gender? It makes it very difficult to deploy you into the places that we need to deploy you.
You're basically arguing you're proof that they're wrong.
Okay. I'm going to give my 2 cents on this right here. Right? This right here basically it's just discrimination. That's what it is. In a nutshell, it's discrimination. It's discrimination against people that are different from the norm. That's what it is. Because this is the same BS that the military has always done. Alright? Because first, I'm going to say this. First, they wouldn't allow black people to serve in the military. Right? Then when they did allow black people to serve in the military, those individuals, couldn't be part of infantry. Like, I hate the military just off the jump, okay? I hate the military. I don't believe in killing other people just because my country say so. So I'm going to put that out there right now. So with that being said, so the military discriminated against black people initially. And then the military discriminated against Native Americans. Because Native Americans, I think I can't remember exactly what conflict it is, because the United States is always in some conflict, because the United States is always trying to bully other countries around the world. Let's just call a spade let's just call a spade, okay? All right. So they discriminated against Native Americans who wanted to sign up to be a part of the military and anything. They discriminated against them, and then they discriminated against women who wanted to be a part of the military or whatever. You know, it's a long history of discriminating and everything, and it comes from the white devils. That's where it comes from. It comes from the white devils. All this chaos and division in this country comes from the white devils. Oh, because they're like, oh, we can't allow them in the club. We can't allow them in the club. And I'm like this. I wouldn't want to be a part of your club, no way. To be exact. Because honestly, at this point in the game, why would I put my life on the line for a country that don't give a shit about me? That dehumanizes me. Like, why would I do that and everything? Because they're saying right there, oh, we don't want you transgender people a part of the military because we think you're not capable. And this woman right here just proved that she's capable and everything. She just proved that narrative of y'all's wrong. But nah, y'all are hateful, spiteful people. At the end of the day, y'all are hateful, spiteful, white devils. And it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Because on one of my previous videos, I said how the military is having a hard time recruiting. And the reason why they're having a hard time recruiting is because they treat their veterans like shit. And why would I tell my kids to put their lives on the line for a country that don't give a shit about them? So, for my trans folks out there, I'll be like, hey, I'm like this. I'll be like, hey, y'all don't want me out here? Cool. I'm not going to put my life on the line for the United States of stupid. Y'all have a good one. Bye.